Alright guys, what's going on? So, we finally got the character art reveal for the new series that's coming out later this fall, which is The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, and a lot of you guys have been asking, what do I think about it? So that's why I decided let's go ahead and make a video. Overall, actually, I like it. I'm not hating it like a lot of other people are. I think it's actually a really fun, sleek design. Certainly not the worst design we've seen. That would probably be back in 2014 when we got that character art revealed, if you guys remember that one. It's not like the most perfect design, and I'm actually, I kind of want to break down like each turtle and what I like and what I don't like, and just so you guys can get like just the overall vibe. So when I first saw the art, the thing that really screamed out to me was Ninja Turtles Flash Forward. If you guys remember in the 2003 series, by the time they got to the 5th or 6th season, however you want to count it, when CW 4Kids or 4Kids TV, I forget which name they were at that time, they decided to set the Turtles 99 years in the future, and that's what these designs really remind me of. Now, those designs were never like my absolute favorite, but like it did really remind me of that, just because, especially with the colored belts, and we see like their belts is all like everyone's belt is like whatever their color is. We also see that, like, you know, they almost have like socks, like not really socks, but they have like they have that like on their feet and on their hands. Like, we're seeing their color like a lot more on them, not just their bandana. Something that is actually carrying over from the 2012 series is that, like, we see each turtle, they have like their own like body type. We're not getting the same cut and paste like the original cartoon, even the 2003 cartoon, and even the comics they all like kind of looked the same. Over here we do have like different body types. I actually really like that a lot. I think that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and talk about each turtle. First, let's talk about Raphael. Raphael looks exactly what I thought he was going to look like, because a few months ago, with the press release, they revealed that Raphael is going to be the biggest turtle, he's going to be the oldest turtle, and he's actually going to be the leader, something that's still controversial for me. So we see that he is huge compared to the other three, and that's, like, that design, that's exactly what I thought he was going to look like. I like that he has the jagged edges on his body. He even has like some spikes like coming out of him, which I think is like really cool. I really think it fits Raphael a lot. Now, there is one thing that's really bothering me about Raphael though. If you look in the top corner of his shell, you see that he has a band-aid, like, you know, two band-aids that make an X. That's really gonna bother me a lot. It's like, because I know I'm going to be focusing on that a lot. It's like one of those like details that's going to bother me, and this is the reason why it's going to bother me. We're going to see him fighting. We're going to see him falling in water. We're like, you know, he's going to fall in the water in the sewer, fall in the water in the ocean, fall into mud, fall into something, or like, you know, he fights and he gets bruised and everything. We're going to see some, like, you know, we might even get a part where we see like some bruises like on his shell and everything. We're gonna see that those two band-aids, perfect. Like, we're probably never gonna see that peeling. We're probably never gonna see him ever like reapplying the band-aid, and that he's gonna keep that band-aid over her for however long this series is going to run for. And it's just gonna be that one distraction for me that's gonna always bother me so much from that, just because I can only look at that, and then like while I'm watching, I'm only just thinking logistics. I'm like, man, what was there that can't heal, that he can't peel the band-aid off, and like, you know, how is he able to go through like 3 days without the band-aid not even peeling and everything? So that's a really big distraction for me. I know eventually I'm going to look past it, but it's like that's the part that really bothers me about Raphael. The next turtle is actually Michelangelo. I think Michelangelo looks the best out of all of them. I like that he has this artistic kind of view. Like if you look at his knee pads, one of them has a smiley face, one of them has a like a in pain kind of face. Like he has some like art, like just paint on his shell. Like, you know, especially there we see like, you know, he is having fun. Like it is Michelangelo. That's what is there. His have fun. I like that. I think that over here in this series, we're going to see that he is going to be more creative than that we've probably seen in other series, which I actually like. I'm very welcome to that, and it really shows that he's probably going to be the most creative of all four of these turtles, which I really like because that is how Michelangelo should be. We have Donatello. Donatello really takes a lot from his movie, from like the Michael Bay movies. We see that he actually has like goggles on top of his head. We also see that like if you look at his wrist, he has like a screen. Like, you know, that was also something that was in the movie. We also see that he has a backpack. So, and I'm guessing like, you know, we're never going to see Donatello ever take off this backpack. It's going to be like one of those, like, you know, he's going to fight and the backpack's just going to be right there. Like, you know, we're just going to have to just get used to seeing him with the backpack, like, just throughout the thing. And, like, that the only time he actually ever takes it off is to make a point so we focus that the backpack's off. But most of the time when he's, like, chilling around the sewer, we're probably going to see the backpack on. Like, kind of like how, like, the turtles, when they chill around the sewer, they always leave their bandanas on, and like, you know, I know if you try to wear one of those bandanas, they kind of bother your eyes, but the turtles are just used to that. We're going to see that Donatello's got to be used to that, but most importantly with the backpack is that we see it, like, so with the character focus art with Donatello, we see it's just a regular backpack, and then when we see like the overall art, we see that the backpack turns into like this hovercraft kind of thing. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to turn into more, if it's going to have like more functionality than just the hovercraft, but we see that, you know, Donatello is still going to be the inventor of the group, as he should be. And then the last turtle is Leonardo. Leonardo looks pretty much like how Leonardo should look. The only thing that's kind of weird about him is he has like, I don't know, like war paints like on his under his bandana, like where his eyes like are, like, you know, it's kind of like I'm not sure, and it's red too. It's like not blue. I mean, obviously he's gonna go like where his eyes are. Like, you know, if he ever takes off the bandana, like we'll probably see like it's gonna go like right over his eyes and everything. Other than that, like Leonardo is pretty much the basic of them, and he's like the most basic of them. That's what Leonardo usually is usually the most well-rounded, so it kind of makes sense that he's the one that didn't go too extreme on anything other one way or the other. Something else to nose for is like if we look at their weapons, they made like you know, like changes on like everybody's weapons. Donatello and Leonardo have the least changes. He still has a bow, and we see that it has like the little two egg beaters on both ends of it, and I guess to make it more techy, like I guess like he's gonna use it for more technical stuff, like, you know, he'll still like bash like the foot's heads with it, but we're gonna see just probably some other powers, like maybe it has like some electricity power or something like that. Leonardo, both art they showed, he's holding one sword with both his hands. So maybe he only has one sword. It's not the first time Leonardo would have one sword, because in Ninja Turtles Next Mutation, he only had one sword in that series as well. So maybe like this Leonardo, who's going to be using just one sword but with two hands most of the time. We'll find out when the show starts. Michelangelo, he actually has a Morningstar-like weapon instead of his nunchucks. For me, it's just going to be kind of weird. It's almost like they wanted to give him the grappling hook again, but instead they decided to go with a weapon and like we see like the string for this Morning Star is pretty long, and it really reminds me of like the weapon that was used by one of the characters from Battle Royale. It has like these like blades on the bottom of it. Then we have Raphael. Raphael is the only one who we see that's holding two weapons, and he's actually holding Tonfas. Tonfas is not the first time we've seen Tonfas in Ninja Turtles, as in Ninja Turtles Next Mutation, Michelangelo's his nunchucks got replaced by Tonfas, and that was mainly because to make it international. Well, this one, this one they decided to give Raphael Tonfas, and it's it's gonna be weird. I will say it's gonna be weird for a while just to see like Raphael with Tonfas and Michelangelo with a Morning Star. Leonardo and Donatello, it's not that far off, to be honest. What I'm actually kind of wondering is if they're just showing this in the art, but then we see that they actually do, like, Raphael does have his size, and that Michelangelo does have his nunchucks, and that they use it, but then I don't know, it magically transforms into these weapons or not. It's almost kind of similar to, so if you guys remember back in 2012 when they revealed that character art, we saw Michelangelo with the Kurisama, and we saw Donatello with Nagato, but then we found out they still had the original weapons. I'm wondering if something similar is like that going to happen here. More importantly, what I'm actually wondering if the Raphael and Michelangelo for the toys, if they're going to actually have their size and nunchucks, mainly because that's what happened with Next Mutation. Next Mutation, even though he had the Tonfas in Next Mutation as a toy, when the toy came out, he actually had nunchucks. They just made it, you were able to turn it into the Tonfas. We'll find out. Another thing I kind of want to just touch on with the weapons, we see in the first art that they revealed, that everyone's weapons except for Donatello for some reason is glowing, and is obviously glowing their color. I'm wondering if that's going to be some sort of power that each of them has. I mean, and I'm pretty sure Donatello's weapon can glow too. If they show they can have their weapons glow, but I'm wondering if it's a power that they have, like they can put chi in, or turtle power, or something like that, or if it's just they just put it there in the art just to make it, just to spice it up. That's something I do wonder. And when we see April's her character art by herself, we actually see she has a bat, a baseball bat kind of thing, and that's actually glowing too. So that's why I'm kind of thinking maybe there's going to be something where they can do something and to make their weapons glow. Before I get to April, I do want one last thing I want to add about the Turtles is that something else to notice is when you look at their belts, they all have a turtle shell for their buckle, and they're in different places for each turtle. But yeah, we see the turtle buckle, and it looks like a turtle shell, and then if you look at the turtle shell, has a letter T on it, and I just thought it was just kind of interesting. So one of the character huge changes we have for April is actually going to be African American, and if you actually a few months ago, if you actually watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, April's new voice actor actually sang at the Turtles float, and obviously she's also African American as well. Actually, I kind of like this change. I like that they're adding diversity, and in fact, some of the Turtles are also going to be voiced by African American as well. And I like that they're adding diversity into, especially with the Turtles, because the Turtles have always been voiced by white people, and it's actually nice that they're actually adding some diversity to the cast. I like that they're adding diversity to April, mainly because in Ninja Turtles, really the only diversity really came to other than Japan, which is Splinter and Shredder, we only really had Baxter Stockman. So I like that they're doing that. We also see that April, she has glasses, and her hair is kind of like reddish. Again, it's kind of like all frizzy. I do like her design. I welcome it a lot. I can't wait to see how she goes. I'm wondering, because she has glasses, I'm wondering if she's going to be more like a scientist here. She also kind of looks young, so I'm wondering if she's going to be a high school student again, maybe. We'll find out as the series goes. Something else like they also did was they actually have April like she's riding on top of Donatello, because Donatello has the hovercraft. I'm wondering also in this series if we're gonna have like a April Donatello kind of like relationship, like almost like what we had in the last series. We'll see how that goes. But then so I saw the turtles, okay with the turtles, like the new April, but then they showed the monstrosity, which is Splinter. The Splinter is, I didn't think you can go worse than the Michael Bay Splinter. No, they did. This is really awful. I really do not like the way Splinter looks, and I'm hoping is just the angle that they have him. I'm hoping like when we see him like animated, and like hopefully like when he goes in profile, or even like him compared to other characters, hopefully it will look better. I mean, but it's just like what they showed us was a bad. I did not like that art at all, and I'm really hoping that this is just a bad example that they chose, and that like we will, like when we actually watch the show, that Splinter will look better than this. Personally, I still can't wait for the series to start. I think it's gonna be great. I went to Walmart and Target earlier today, and it was just weird for me because there is no Ninja Turtle action figures out there. Hopefully we'll get the Ninja Turtle figures back again there soon. I'm guessing they revealed the art like at the beginning of the month, because in 2 weeks the New York Toy Fair is starting, and I'm guessing that's when we're gonna start seeing the new Ninja Turtle toys, which I'm hoping is gonna be really cool. I'm actually really excited to see how they look, and I'm pretty sure like when we stand like the 4 figures together, they're gonna look really cool together, especially if they make like the Raphael figure like actually bigger than the other turtles. I remember my big problem with the 2012 set was not actually the main turtles ourselves, but it was Slash. I felt like they needed to make Slash bigger, because in the show he was much bigger than the other turtles, and then when you got the action figure wise, he was almost the same size. They didn't really scale him well, so I'm hoping these new figures that they scale him right, and actually we have like a bigger Raphael, and they don't scale him wrong for the other turtles. We'll find that out in about like 2 weeks about how the toys look. If you guys want to, I can actually do another video to tell you my opinions about the toys. As for the design themselves, I like it. It's going to take me a while to get used to it. For you people who are kind of like not liking it and everything, I can understand. Change is always hard. And I will say this: when I saw the designs for Spectacular Spider-Man, when that came out, I remember I hated those designs so much. And then when the show started, it became that became like my favorite Spider-Man series of all time. I really love Spectacular Spider-Man, even though I was able to look past the Fisher-Price kind of looking people in that show, and I'm hoping that's what's going to happen with this show. And another one to compare to would be Transformers Animated. I remember those designs were like really bad, but like when we saw them still, but then when we actually saw it animated, it came out incredible, and it was actually an incredible show to go with it. So and you know, everyone's opinion, everyone has the right for their own opinions. It's all right. It's different. it's okay. Like, you know, if you're not liking the designs, it's alright. I want to hear in the comments below, you know, what you guys think, and what do you think how this show's gonna be. I personally, I'm excited for it. I think the show's gonna be handled with great care. I can't wait for it to go, and hopefully this will actually blow my expectations and actually be a lot better than what I'm expecting it to be. Alright, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. What do you guys think about Rise of Ninja Turtles so far, and let me know what you think about those characters. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Alright, till next time, guys. Alright, see ya.